I believe that your teenage years are the most important years of your life. You develop your character, your habits, and choose a direction in which your life is going to go. You have two options. The first one is that you can have fun, enjoy life, party, play video games during your teenage years, but then face harsh reality in your 20s and be a slave till the end of your life. That's what most people do. But there's the other option. You can put having fun aside, work hard, and dedicate yourself to your purpose during your teenage years to possibly retire even in your 20s. If you want to take or already are on the second path, then great, I have something for you. My name is Igor. I'm a 16-year-old content creator and entrepreneur, and I will get you through multiple lessons in three most important areas of your life: self-improvement, career, and social life. This video is the first part, self-improvement. And I don't know if you've already noticed, as soon as the video had started, you are hit with a choice. In your teenage years and even later, you're gonna have to make multiple choices, make decisions all the time. And it brings me to our first lesson. Number one, learn to make decisions. Learning to make good decisions is very important because you make them on a daily basis, and it's not a secret that those who are more successful than you are simply people who made better decisions in the past. There's a tool which you can use that will help you make better decisions, and it's called weighted average decision matrix. You want to start by creating a table which has three columns: factors and two options you have. Then you want to write down all the factors which may be important for you and weigh them on a scale from 1 to 10. Next is the most important step. You're gonna rate your options based on all the factors and then multiply them by importance of each factor. At the end, you're just gonna sum up the results, and whichever has more points is the better option. Remember to use this weighted average decision matrix each time you're faced with a tough decision in your life. Number two, treat your life like a chess game. We already know how to deal with tough decisions, but you also make small decisions on a daily basis. And to get the most out of them, you want to look at your life like a chess game. A question I want you to always ask yourself is, what is the best move on the chessboard right now? Here's an example of how it works. When I was on my weight loss journey, I wanted to grab a piece of cake, but I asked myself, is that the best move on the chessboard right now? Of course it wasn't. The best move for me was to go for a run or just do some cardio. And that's what I did. Of course I knew that eating a piece of cake would be bad for me, but without knowing what the best move is, I would be more likely to eat it. Chess reflects life very well. Always look for the best move. Number three, solve problems. Don't escape them. One thing you learned in maths class is that when there's a problem, you have to solve it. If you think that all your millionaire habits are going to make problems disappear from your life, then I'm sorry to break it to you, but it's not true. No matter how many good habits you have, you will face obstacles in your life, and you have to learn to deal with them. There are many ways in which you can escape, and those are not only drugs, alcohol, porn, video games. You can also escape into things like sports, going to the gym. And let me tell you, you cannot escape forever. You will have to face harsh reality in the end. So whenever you come up against a problem, solve it as soon as possible. Number four, take responsibility. You have to adopt a mindset that you have full responsibility of your life. If something good happens, good. Take responsibility for it. If something bad happens to you, it's still your fault. Even if you can properly argument that it is not your fault, adopting a mindset that it is will help you find solutions instead of complaining about problems you have. Number five, question everything. Listen, questioning everything you're told will help you find the truth and create your own worldview. Questioning every advert you see, everything you're told at school, at work, in the news, will make you realize how much you're being brainwashed on a daily basis. You can even question your own opinions. If you disagree with something, ask yourself why. You may realize that you have no reason to disagree with something or to hate something. You've just been brainwashed to do so, and sometimes you may change your mind. Number 6. Set goals. This one may be the most important part of this whole video, because you have to set goals in every aspect of your life. Not only your career, not only your physique, you can even set goals when it comes to your relationships. You want to set short-term weekly goals as well as long-term, for example, yearly goals. But you can also extend your goals to 5 years or even 10 years in some extreme scenarios. Short-term weekly goals should be relatively easy because you want to make small steps towards your goals, while long-term goals should be hard. Even if you don't make $1 million, but you come close to it, you still made $900,000. Key things to remember when setting goals is that 1, you want to put a deadline on it. 2, you want to be able to measure it. Because listen, it's very difficult to measure your progress in case of improving your mental health. So you want to find a way to measure it. And 3, you want to reflect on your goals all the time, because things may change. You may want to switch up your goals a little bit based on your life situation. I've been setting myself goals since I was 12, and I will probably keep doing that for the rest of my life. Number 7, learn to sleep. This one changed the most in my life. When I learned to sleep, my life has improved dramatically. The first thing that you want to do is, of course, sleep 8 to 9 hours each day. It would be the best if you could align your sleep with sun setting and rising. In my example, I wake up at 5 a.m. and I go to sleep at 9 p.m. because that's when sun sets and rises. Let me tell you, waking up early feels much better. It feels like you're ahead of everyone. Night owl and early bird thing is a myth. You can adapt to waking up early, it's just a habit. To fall asleep fast, you want to lay on your back, close your eyes, and body scan. Body scan is a form of meditation which makes you focus on each part of your body, going from up to down. You want to relax everything. Relax your eyes, your face, then your neck, your shoulders, and all the way down. By the time you're at your feet, you're gonna fall asleep. And speaking of meditation, let's get to the next lesson. Number 8, practice mindfulness. There may be a different professional definition, but in my opinion, it's just the ability to stop thinking and be present in the moment. What it's going to improve in your life is focus, attention span, and sleep, and those are extremely important things. The best way to practice mindfulness is to meditate. You want to sit on the floor comfortably but straight and focus on your breathing for the next 3, 5, 10, 15 minutes based on how long you've been meditating before. If you've never meditated before in your entire life, then go for 3 minutes, then gradually increase over time. Number 9, develop strong communication skills. This thing is going to help you in every aspect of your life. Having well-developed communication skills is not only about speaking well with confidence, but it's also about listening, understanding, and being able to say no. The truth is that the ability to convince people to pretty much anything will get you what you want in life. Number 10, live around your testosterone. Studies show that around age 17 is when your testosterone production peaks. What I mean by living around your testosterone is that you want to do everything to maximize your testosterone production in your teenage years. So, for example, you don't want to get too shredded, you don't want to cut too much, because without nutrients, you're not going to produce as much testosterone as you could be. Did you ever see like very skinny 20-year-old dudes with beards? I haven't. But what I have seen is fat dudes with beards, and that's caused by the fact that they simply have more nutrients that support testosterone production. Number 11, workout. Speaking of testosterone, one thing that is proven to greatly improve testosterone levels is working out. Getting an aesthetic physique is of course the main benefit, but working out boosts your happiness, health of testosterone, and it makes people respect you more. I've made a full aesthetic physique guide, it's in the first link in the description, so if you want, then check it out. Number 12, manage your time. You have to learn to manage your time because it is your biggest asset when you're a teenager. You can take your time and develop yourself without worrying about paying bills, starting a family. Life is short though. It's important to realize that and make the most out of your current biggest asset. Plan your days, follow your purpose, get a routine for maximum productivity, and you will be better than everyone else even sooner. Number 13. Uninstall social media if you don't need it. We all know that it is the number one time waster in the world. And other than that, it also fucks up your mental health because it sets unrealistic expectations and makes you demotivated, and also it reduces your attention span and focus. The only reason you would want to keep it on your phone is if you use it for your business, just like me, because I'm an influencer and a content creator, so unfortunately I can't uninstall social media, but I would love to. Number 14. Stop playing video games. This is another huge time waster, and you think you're doing something productive because you're getting virtual achievements, while in reality you're not doing anything, you're just being lazy and clicking on your keyboard. Whenever I criticize video games, people tell me that, oh, but I just like to enjoy life that way. But the truth is, bro, there are so many better ways to enjoy life. You can go on adventures, meet friends, do something fun, make memories, pursue your interests instead of playing games, or just simply get proper sleep at night. You will be much better. Number 15. Stop watching the news. If you want more stress in your life or useless information, keep on watching news. I know that not many teens do that, but there are still some that do. Trust me when I say that there is not a single news channel in the world that provides purely objective information. The worst thing is that 99% of the news you hear don't have any direct influence on you. All the time you spend worrying about tragedies that happen in the world that don't have any influence on you, that time some people spend working and they will be ahead of you. Watching news? Leave it to the boomers. Number 16. Practice nofap. I'm on a streak that's over 500 days long, and let me tell you, all those surprising nofap benefits are bullshit. It's all about controlling yourself. There are no secret tricks that will help you survive on nofap for over 30 days. I've been on it for over 500, and it's all about just not wanting to do it. What kept me going for so long is the feeling of shame, because I would be ashamed if I knew that I cannot even control myself. And if you're wondering what are the most important nofap benefits, then first of all, it saves you a lot of time, and second of all, the most embarrassing experience you can get as a man is not getting hard. So nofap basically prevents you from that. Number 17. Surround yourself with positive influence. You've heard this 1,000 times, but it is so true. You need good friends. When I started my self-improvement journey, I desperately wanted to meet in real life someone who is also like-minded. In order to do that, I asked myself, where can I find such guys? And the answer was simple: at the gym. So I went to the gym that I've never been to before, and just like that, I've met my friend who is even more disciplined and driven than me. After some time, I got to know even more like-minded people, and let me tell you, at this point, I don't even say hi to people who party all the time, who drink, smoke, stuff like that. I don't want to have any contact with such people. And leaving such degenerate friendships made my life a lot better, so I would definitely recommend that for you. Number 18. Pay attention to whose content you consume. It is not only about friends. People who have influence on you are also people whose content you watch online. Online influencers have a huge impact on your worldviews, and content you consume, the type of content, also plays a huge role in making you who you are. When I wanted to quit video games, I unfollowed every single guy who made content about video games, and it helped me a lot. Let me ask you, who's more likely to succeed in life? A person who watches Mr. Beast type content all day, or someone who watches educational videos like this one? By the way, this is the part when you subscribe. Number 19. Take cold showers. I've been taking them for almost 2 years now, and the biggest benefit I saw is my willpower. Once you get used to doing something very uncomfortable every morning, your willpower will go through the roof. Resistance to cold is also a useful benefit. I can jump into like 2 Celsius degrees cold water and feel relatively fine. Washing your face with hot water is also bad for your skin and may cause acne, so get used to cold showers as soon as possible. Number 20. Work on your mental health more than you think you should. Listen, it dictates pretty much everything in your life. As I said before, everyone can work hard when they feel like it, so why don't you feel like working hard more often? Also, bad mental health equals bad sleep, and bad sleep equals bad mental health. This is an infinite loop, and there are many more examples of such loops. Your addictions are also caused by poor mental health, so to improve it, take a look at next lesson. Number 21. Practice gratitude. Practicing gratitude is all about acknowledging the positive aspects on your life on a daily basis, and it directly leads to a happier life. The way you do that is what's called gratitude journaling. Take a piece of paper or a notebook and every evening or morning write down 5 things you're grateful for and why. Number 22. Embrace discomfort. To grow as a person, you need to experience new things. Your mind and willpower are just like muscles. To make a muscle stronger and bigger, you have to expose it to new experiences, to even harder training than last time. For your mind to experience new things, once every month you want to do something extremely uncomfortable. One thing I remember starting with was running, because I never liked running. I pretty much never ran more than 5 kilometers in my entire life. So I decided to run 12.5 kilometers in tragic weather conditions. It was very difficult, but afterwards it wasn't even that hard for me to run 10 kilometers. Number 23. Spread positivity. If you have been following me for a while, you should know that this is one of my goals, to spread as much positivity as possible. The reason for that is simple. When you walk with a constant smile, but a true smile on your face, not only you will feel better in your own body, but also people will like you more. What I don't like about recently popular Sigma movement is that they promote to be mysterious, sad, and in reality it doesn't help at all, so just be happy. Number 24. Develop a growth mindset. While you want to be happy, it's going to be hard sometimes. You are going to come up against problems, and while you want to solve them immediately, you also want to take them as lessons. Something bad has happened? Okay, next time you're going to be prepared and it's going to be easy. Number 25. Seek knowledge. This is what most people don't understand. Process of learning doesn't end at school. If you want to make the most out of your life and be intelligent, then you have to constantly seek knowledge from other people, from YouTube videos, from books. What helped me and still helps me improve my skill set is YouTube, and it is as simple as that. Number 26. Max out your looks. The reason you want to do that is it's scientifically proven that better looking people live an easier life. They get better job offers, are treated better in general by other people, and therefore if you want to get respect, more money, women, and just simply feel better in your own skin, then you have to max out your looks. You can of course find some knowledge for free on YouTube, but if you want an in-depth guide and personal coaching from me, then make sure to check out the first link in the description. Number 27. Cultivate discipline. Realize that motivation is not enough. What separates winners from losers is that winners work when they don't feel like it, because they're disciplined. A wise man once said, do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. And it's all about choosing the best move on a chessboard, over and over again. Number 28. Build resilience. Life is going to hit you harder than you think. And I thought just like you that it's impossible. I'm doing all the good habits and I'm prepared for everything. And just like that, a year later, my dad took his life. And at that point, I realized that a huge part of self-improvement is getting ready when it's bright for the times when it's dark. Start working on your mental toughness today, because you don't know what's going to come even tomorrow. Number 29. Take smart risks. To get ahead of competition, of course you need to take risks, but those risks have to be smart. And to make them smart, you have to calculate them. To calculate your risks, you want to use worst case consequence analysis. First thing you want to ask yourself is, what is the worst possible outcome? Then you want to ask yourself, what is the probability? And then you want to ask yourself, is it an acceptable risk? Number 30. Develop emotional intelligence. People who act on their feelings are killers, rapists, pedophiles, and as you may already realize, you have to be able to control your own feelings. It also comes down to choosing the best move on the board, because as soon as you feel an extreme emotion, you have to become aware of it and choose the best move. Number 31. Build a network. Building a network of like-minded people or people who may support you on your journey will make your life 10 times easier. Building a network is different to making friends with like-minded people, because people in your network, they don't have to be your friends. All you need is contact to them and ability to rely on them in some cases. Number 32. Cultivate interests. There's one thing that many people get extremely wrong, and I've made actually a whole video on that, is that they make self-improvement their whole hobby. Improving yourself, if you have no reasons to do that, makes no sense. So in your free time, pursue your passions and cultivate your interests. If you can make them a career, that's even better. Of course, it's not only your free time and interests, which we'll get to now. Number 33. Find your purpose. Finding your purpose is kind of like setting goals, with the difference being that it's less specific. Purpose is like a destination to which you want to go in your life. And it's scientifically proven that men get the most satisfaction in life from fulfilling their purpose. And it's not only about satisfaction, it's also a way for men to deal with problems. That's why many of us, when we deal with problems, we escape to work. We start working more because it helps us. It really does, and it's scientifically proven. Number 34. Don't smoke and don't do drugs. This one is so obvious that I shouldn't even have to mention it, but this is the easiest way to waste your life. One sentence that really speaks to me is, imagine you're such a loser that a substance controls your life. The reason I didn't say anything about alcohol is that I think it's fine once in a while. For me, it's like once every month. I reward myself by going out with my friends, having a beer or two, and this is actually our last lesson. Number 35. Reward yourself. You've got your goals that you want to hit, and after you do that, feel free to reward yourself. Take a weekend off, have fun. You have a lot of time as a teenager. You don't have to make $1 million in 5 years. You can extend your timeline to 10 years. You still want to live life that you're going to remember for decades. So listen, I strongly believe that if you follow these 35 principles, you will get ahead of 95% of people by the time you're 20. You will struggle on that journey though. I struggle too, but there is a trick to make it a little bit easier, and I explained it in details in this video. So check it out if you want, and don't forget to become 1% better today.